why would you need counsel? Why would we need Yahweh Shai to be that light to where we see and guide ourselves? If we didn't need him, then what would the point in all this be? All right? You can't lead yourself, man. Proverbs 14. I'm going to start at 12. It says, there is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. And that's when you get into that judgment. You know what I'm saying? When you went to Romans, it said, but after thy hardiness and impotent heart treasureth up unto thyself wrath against the day of wrath and revelation of the righteous judgment of Yahweh by Shem Shai. So, when you get over here, it says, there is a way which seems right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. So all you're doing is signing your death certificate. When you try to guide yourself, you don't want to listen, you don't want to take reproof, you don't want to take counsel. You know what I'm saying? And you thinking you got this walk on your own. It don't work like that, man. This thing was set up and the order was for a reason. That's why it says in 1 Corinthians 4:9, it says the Most High basically set up everything, set his prophets up last. You know what I'm saying? He set us up last. All right? So it will be no excuse for people to say, well, man, I didn't know. I didn't have the answers. Bullshit. You got men of Yahweh Shem Shai standing on these corners bringing this word out week in and week out. Okay? You look on, everybody got their phone in their hands. What do you know about that? Okay, shit, YouTube. You stumble across one Israelite video, boom. You basically done sealed yourself if you don't take heed by digging and seeing, like, man, this Israelite thing is huge, bruh. It's huge. So you can't say that you wasn't or didn't have a chance to be counseled back to following these laws, statutes, commandments, and trusting in Yahweh by Shem Shai. You can't say that. You know what I'm saying? You will know. All right? It says, this is verse 13, even in laughter the heart is sorrowful, and the end of that mirth is heaviness. Okay, so you're going to have a good time, but you just got to know at the end of all of this, bro, it's basically telling you it's going to be times that's good, but you got to know at the end of the day, you still slaves, we still captives, all right? We still in captivity. You got to know that. It says, the backslider in heart shall be filled with his own ways. So, you make your bed, lay in it. Okay? So you can't go back to thinking, okay, well, I've followed the law, statutes, and commandments. I've done what I'm supposed to do. And all of a sudden, you just break off and it's all good. What's up, man? Good? It says, it says, the backslider in heart shall be filled with his own ways. A good man shall be satisfied from himself. The simple believeth every word, and that's what you have throughout Babylon. You could tell our people anything and they believe it. President's Day, Veterans Day, Memorial Day, all that, just basically sheeps led to the slaughter. You know what I'm saying? Don't want to be guided, just want to go on their own so-called free will. All right? It says, but the prudent man looketh well to his goings. So if you're wise and you seek counsel and you following guidance, you're going to understand. I don't need to go that way. That way is what got us into being slaves and coming over here in slave ships. All right? That way of being hard-headed, stiff-necked, and wanting to be your own person, it gets you nowhere. It gets you absolutely nowhere. Okay? It says, a wise man feareth and departed from evil. So if you know that not listening, going after idol gods, following pagans, celebrating pagan holidays, if you know that was the reason why you became, or why you came into slavery under all the other nations, even to this day, why would you keep doing it? Okay? Why would you keep doing it? It said, but the fool rageth and is confident. So you would be considered a fool to be confident and following and listening to your oppressor. You really think that someone's going to drag you from one continent to the other, rape, rob, murder you, slaughter you, basically try to commit genocide, rape your women. I mean, it was just all kinds of atrocities, and then all of a sudden they're going to tell you the truth about everything. Steal your identity, your heritage, which is like so key, and then all of a sudden tell you the truth. But our people trust in and believe in foolishness. All right? This is Proverbs 30. I'm going to start at verse 12. It says, there is a generation that are pure in their own eyes. So what they see, they find no problem with. Just look at this generation. Like everything homosexual, everything is just like, we're going to follow, we're going to believe this, we're going to do this, I don't care what you say, and it's accepted. Okay? It says, and yet it's not washed from their filthiness. They think their shit is good. Nothing wrong with what I'm doing. Because they're righteous in their own eyes. They see nothing wrong with what they're doing. It says, there is a generation, oh, how lofty are their eyes, and their eyelids are lifted up. They're proud too. Okay? There's a generation whose teeth are as swords, and their jaw teeth as knives, to devour the poor from off the earth, and the needy from among men. Okay? Now you have men in these, what the Bible calls the houses, what some people refer to as church. You have some people, and the things they say, let's say you have a poor man, okay? Then you have a preacher say, well, look, come to church tomorrow, we're going to get you some clothes, we're going to get you right with God or whatever. And all he's doing is basically lying and deceiving them. Tell him who he is according to the scriptures, all right? Tell him who he is. Tell him why you're in the situation you're in right now. Tell him who his enemy is. All right? But people will listen to Joel Osteen, T.D. Jakes, because they think prosperity is godliness. Okay? Because you see someone with $1 million, that don't mean they're of who you call God. All right? Big time deceit. That's why those places are full of dead bodies. This is 1 Timothy 3. I'm going to start at 1. It says, this know also, that in the last days perilous times shall come. If you keeping close and paying close attention to what's going on, it's very perilous times. Okay? All these stores shutting down. This thing is at the end. It says, for men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, not want to listen. Okay? And that's not really talking about parents that you have at home, because your parents, they can instruct you to do something that's against what you're normally supposed to be doing. Like your mom not supposed to cook you no damn pork. That's not what your customs were. Okay? So by them doing that, it's basically telling you, hey, it's right to eat swine's flesh. But we know when you read the scriptures, you're not supposed to do those things. Okay? So it's not talking about your physical parents. You have spiritual parents here also. Okay? If you can receive it. You have spiritual parents. All right? It says, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontent, fierce, despisers of those that are good. Now, we come out here every week to try to put our people on a path that they're supposed to be walking on. You can't live a life and wonder why every time something happens, you're on the bottom. Okay? Why am I on the bottom Everywhere I go. If you move to Russia right now, you're still going to be on the bottom. You go to Brazil right now, you're still going to be on the bottom. Everywhere we go, and our people don't seem to have no concern and wonder why we are in the situation we're in. All right? And that's why I said despisers of those that are good. Now you have us come out here and we'll tell people, look, bro, this is what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be giving everything to who people call God, okay? You're supposed to be following his laws, his statutes and commandments that was given to only us, not the whole world. It was only given to our people. That's why we became slaves. That's why we're in the situation we're in. Okay, it's simple. You had laws and you had statutes and commandments to abide by, and you didn't. So what happens after that? Punishment. Okay? That's why we're in the situation we're in. So what breaks that? Going back and doing what you're supposed to naturally be doing. What's up, man? Got a question? I know you're listening.
Yeah, I was going to ask something. I'm a very dedicated Mormon.
Okay.
And I was wondering what's your opinion on Mormonism. A lot of people call it a cult. I've been in it.
Okay, well, first of all, a cult is basically a group of people that come together and that's on the same mind frame. So if you're a fireman and you got other firemen, you're in a cult. If you go to school and everybody's objective is to graduate, you're in a cult. People don't understand the etymology of words, okay? So, but Mormonism, that's false, okay? You can actually do homework on being a Mormon, and you'll see that it was a made-up religion. Can you tell me Moses' religion?
No, I can't.
So can you give me Jesus Christ's religion?